I think you cannot be in the medical profession without knowing about itis. And this one is pronounced with a long I-tus, itis. And itis means inflammation. So the first word we're dealing with is arthritis, which you probably have heard of. If you break the syllables, you have arth, tus, arthritis. And I'm doing this all wrong. I'm not doing a sound spelling, I'm doing syllables. Arthritis. And we know that arth is joint or arthro. And we know that itis is what? Inflammation. So arthritis is defined as inflammation of a joint. A joint is a place where two bones come together. So inflammation of a joint. And that's what this picture is showing. The top one shows a healthy joint. This may be someone's knee from a lateral view. And the bottom one shows arthritis, inflammation of that joint. Here's another one of those roots that we will eventually define. Arth is joint. And then we have a little more, I don't think it's more complicated, but it's probably more unknown. Cystitis. Cystitis. So when you run that word together, you pronounce it as tus. Cystitis. Cyst literally means sac, but it is the medical root for the urinary bladder. So which is a sac. It's a sac in your stomach or in your abdomen, not your stomach, in your pelvic area. It's a sac that holds urine. It's a cyst, sac for urine. So cyst is urinary bladder. Now you remember cholecyst was your gallbladder. Cyst is your urinary bladder. And itis is what? Inflammation. So the definition of cystitis is inflammation of the urinary bladder. And I'm just going to say inflammation of the bladder, because unless you specify otherwise, we are assuming that we mean the urinary bladder. If it's the gallbladder, it will say so. And the root here is cyst, which means bladder. You can also have a sebaceous cyst in your skin. It's a benign growth in the skin, but it is contained in a sac. It's a ball of sebum inside a sac. So anytime you see cyst, you can think of sac or bladder. In this case, cystitis is inflammation of the urinary bladder.